Hi team, Paul here. Today we're going to be looking at the Govee floodlight setup. If you've never looked at Govee products before, I certainly recommend it. They have a whole host of different types of lights, whether that being LED TV lights, floor standing lights, outdoor lights, that type of thing. Obviously the floodlights are an outdoor system, so they're fully waterproof, and you actually get four lights in a pack. Packs cost around £100–110 depending on where you shop. And this video is not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. However, I wish it was, because the amount of Govee products I own is lots. If you know me, I do like Govee products. I have different types of light setups all around the house. A lot in the entertainment room. So I have a camera-based TV backlight. So the backlight reacts to the colours on the screen. I have some Lyra floor lamps that light up the front room really nicely. And I also have sort of LED lights scattered around the house in different places. I just think they add a bit of dimension and a bit of depth and variety to the house. It makes it look nice and warm and exciting. So I wanted to give these floodlights a try for a number of different reasons. I had a gazebo that had lights in the top of it. Taking the gazebo down, we're actually in the process of moving house. And I wanted to just sort of light up the back garden a little bit differently. If you know any Govee products at all, you'll know that they have lots of different colour settings, and you can set the warmness of the light and stuff like that. So it's a hell of a lot more control over a standard sort of garden floodlight. So you can sort of create little bits of atmosphere areas within the garden, which is cool. So I'm going to do a quick setup with these. It's not going to be a final finished product of how I'm going to set up my lights. It's just really for testing purposes and just to see how well the light carries. So let's have a look in the box. Let's see. These are completely waterproof for outside use. So instruction manual, as we always do with most things, that is for the Govee app. These are, so obviously the lights. So let's have a look. Connections. Okay. Reasonably well made, plastic. But that is nothing to be worried about. So there's the four lights, we know what that is. Okay, so in the white box, we have some stakes. So obviously if you want to put these in the ground anywhere, and also some screws to attach them to. We have the power pack and the plug. And then we have some cables. So I believe it's about between each connection is supposed to be around 3 meters or so. Okay, so I've just plugged this into obviously a wall socket. Don't know why I'm checking it. Nice old outhouse. This is the connection device here that will link up to your Wi-Fi. Best piece of advice is to keep this off the floor. And obviously I'm not using the full extension of this because this is really just for testing purposes. So come out into the garden. There's the first light. And it's just connected with a 4-pin prong, if you can see. Yeah. That just twists together. And then I've extended that. So there's one there, one there, one there. Same process. Say hello to the ducks. So after owning these lights for just a little bit over a week now, I can say I'm really impressed with them. I mean, to be fair, I'm on the side of Govee as a general overall anyway. Do I think £110 is a little bit expensive? It depends. With these lights being waterproof, you're going to get longevity out of them. So I think absolutely. In terms of the way that I've set them up, I've just really sort of spaced them out just to give you guys an idea of a typical sort of setup, how strong the lights are. I think once I have them in finished position, they'll be facing walls to sort of give walls more of an ambience, rather than sort of just floodlighting an entire area. That's the kind of way that I'm looking to sort of go with them. If you're kind of on the fence about these, or you think maybe they're too bright, obviously you can dim them lights to how you want. I suppose you might have to factor in kind of how neighbours might feel about them if they're kind of heavily on display through a neighbour's fence, for example, or something like that. But other than that, there's not too much additional to consider. If you wanted something less light, then maybe look at, say, the Govee string lights, which I'm going to have a look at in the next coming months. That's something I've got my eye on. I'm definitely going to sort of look at getting them. But as an overall floodlight, I mean, the one thing maybe I noticed about them was potentially that you can't set them to Alexa to go off if there's any motion detected or anything like that. But that's not what I bought these for. These are purely decorative, and for use when we're trading outside in the later evenings and stuff. And if you've got people over for a barbecue or something in the summer, then you've got some additional light once the light starts to go. So it's really all kind of about that for me. But if you're looking for just a standard floodlight system that works off a mains or even a battery powered one, because it was more of an intruder type thing, then that is probably not the right product. Having said that, obviously you do need to be close to a power supply or have an electrician patch them in, and that might kind of steer you. I think there's 3 meter gap between kind of each light, so that might steer you in the direction, or at least just prepare you that you're going to have to sort of mess around with maybe extensions and that type of thing. Overall, I'm happy with them. I'd rate them a good 8 out of 10. I've not really had the opportunity to use them to full capacity yet. So once over the next few weeks, once I've been out in the garden and done some training in the evenings and hot tubs and things like that, that's really where probably I'll enjoy the light ambience the most. But yeah, definitely for me, absolutely worth it. If you were thinking of just giving the products a shot, definitely if you've got that money to spend, definitely a worthwhile investment. Like I say, they are going to last a long time, fully waterproofed. Govee have a nice guarantee with it there. After sales service is always spectacular. If you're a little bit on the fence about them, like I say, you might want to wait until we do the string light review, which I can't 100% say when that's going to go on. I would expect in the next 6 weeks or so. That's a product currently we need to import from the States, and I'm waiting until we have completed a house move until we have a look at that particular product as well. So that's just something to consider. I think they're kind of a worthwhile purchase. Again, I think if you're into sort of lights and light ambience like I am, it's probably a no-brainer. If you're a little bit on the fence, maybe have a look at some of the other products that they do. Like I say, the Lyra floor lights, the backlit TV with the camera, the GoFlow Pro lights. There's a number of different products that will give you an idea. They're all integrated within the same app, so you control multiple lights through the one app, and you can set them to kind of come on and off however you want. You can set timers for them, have them at different sort of levels. There's plenty of theming options. There's plenty of overall control you can have over them lights, and that goes for any of the products. So it might be worth you looking at something along the lines that's a bit of the cheaper line if you weren't too sure. But if you were looking for like floodlights, as long as you're not looking at them as intruder, motion detected lights, then yeah, definitely take a stab, have a look, give them a go. Keep an eye on the channel for everything to tube. Thanks for coming along for this journey. Like I say, if you have any comments or questions, drop them in the comments below. We'll be sure to get back to you. Until the next one, catch you later.